Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, that didn't take long. That cruise bill that we were knowing was going to be put in front of the Senate to bypass the CDC's guidance and basically say to the CDC, come up with a timeline and come up with an actual time and framework for actually starting sail by this summer. And well, no surprise at all, it's become political and has been blocked. That's right, yesterday in the Senate, the cruise bill was blocked. Blocked by Senator Patty Murphy. From Washington. And let's not go into which political party is. All we know, let's just put it this way. It's turned political. It has nothing to do with the safe resumption of cruise ships anymore. It has nothing to do with the jobs that people have. It has nothing to do with businesses going under. And it has everything to do with I'm part of this party, you're part of that party, and so we're not going to let it happen. It's as simple as that. That's what cruising has now become in the United States. Senator Patty Murphy basically said, cruise ships require specific focus and protocols in place to prevent future outbreaks. Okay, it's been a year and a couple months, and the cruise lines have developed all of these protocols. They are sailing in other places in the world. There have been no outbreaks in other parts of the world because of these protocols. They've also said that they will test every single person and they will vaccinate people getting on their cruise ships if that's what you want. So yes, they have specific focus and they have specific protocols in place to prevent future outbreaks. But I guess that does not matter to the senator whatsoever because, well, let's see what else she said. We must trust the science and we must allow the CDC to continue its work to help us return to what we love as safely as possible. Okay. We must trust the science. Well, your science says vaccines. The cruise lines have said they'll do that. Your science says testing. The cruise lines have said they'll do that. The science says HEPA filters, industrial grade HEPA filters. The cruise lines have done all of that. Nothing in the CDC's new protocols and guidance in Step 2 addresses any of that. Zero of that. It's all about, you got to make sure a hospital is ready to take any passengers in case there's an outbreak, and you got to have hotels in case there's an outbreak, and it has nothing to do with the actual safety protocols or keeping people safe while on board. And the ones that they did come up with, they've already backtracked on because they didn't make any sense. Like the gangways. You can't use the same gangplank to get on the cruise ship within 12 hours of somebody getting off that cruise ship, even though the people getting off the cruise ship is just mingled with the same crew of the people getting back on those cruise ships. So do you really think it's the gangway that's going to cause the spread of virus? It was so ridiculous to come up with that. It was literally stupid. It was literally stupid, and this whole comment that she did, I hate to say it, is stupid. And then, of course, she tops it off to basically say how much they trust the CDC and how well the administration is working to get cruising back in line and working again for America. So I will continue to work with the CDC and the administration as they develop the next phase of their cruising guidance. But for now, I object. Well, Senator Patty Murphy, I'm a Canadian, I have no say whatsoever in American politics, and I don't give a darn who's in charge of what or anything. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to call something out when it smells kind of fishy. And everything you said in there has already been done. Got to follow the science. It's already been done. Real world evidence is showing you that cruising can start safely. The cruise lines are going to other countries now to start cruising. Americans are flying to these other countries and spending their money in other places other than American jobs and American businesses. In fact, here's a good example. In Greece, all the cruise ships starting up in Greece, over 80% of the bookings are United States passengers. 80%. So tell me how it makes any sense that they can fly to Greece, take a cruise, and fly back. Oh, and by the way, that science you're talking about says they don't have to quarantine and they don't have to take any kind of test when they come back if they've been vaccinated. So again, this is not anything to do with the cruises. This is not anything to do with safety. This is pure, unadulterated garbage politics. And it doesn't matter whose side is anybody's on. One side is saying that we're going to, introduce it, we're going to sue, and another side is saying we're introducing these cruise bills. We all know none of this was going to work. The lawsuits won't work. This won't work. The threatening of lawsuits won't work. And now it just becomes political, where we have one party now against another party. And who's in the middle? Everybody who's trying to make a living with cruises, the cruise industries, cruise passengers, people who want to enjoy a vacation, United States citizens, every single person is affected, while politicians decide that they're going to just talk about politics. Just talk about politics. Because it's not about the science, and it's not about actual safety. Because if it was, they'd be able to read off what's wrong with the safe, healthy sail panel's suggestions. What's wrong with getting people vaccinated before they get on the cruise and the testing protocols? What's wrong with the stringent cleaning methods that they have on the cruise ships? What's wrong with over 400,000 people sailing during the pandemic and very few cases on board and no widespread, super spreader? It's beyond frustrating now. And this isn't guided at the CDC. This had nothing to do with the CDC. This is politics being politics. And as we said before, politics ruins everything. And I just wish all the politicians would just butt out. Just butt out. And that includes anybody in the CDC who's playing politics as well. Because what they say is science and science-based facts isn't looking like science and science-based facts. It's contradictory to their own advisories on their own travel. So all those people playing politics with people's livelihoods and jobs and houses and families on the line should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. Absolutely ashamed. But they're not. And you know why? Because they're politicians. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel blogs from around the world, just not cruising in the United States, I guess, for many, many more months to come. At least if some people have it their way. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation. Can you feel the frustration in my voice? Can you feel it?